Hello, hi guys, welcome back to the Football Showdown channel. Today we have a new fresh video. Today it's not me analyzing a video because my depth is very less. Unlike the Arsenal depth, we have someone who's very good with his analysis on Twitter. Luckily he's been very kind enough to share his time for us by collaborating for this specific video and for many other videos where we analyze regarding prospect Arsenal signings. Today, he is a brilliant character on Twitter. I will definitely introduce him in a short bit. But before we get into the video directly, let me say a few words. If you guys are not yet subscribed, please keep subscribing to the channel. We're trying to hit that 500 mark as soon as possible. Keep liking, keep commenting, because that is how we build a community. Enough of me. You have seen enough of me. Let me introduce the guest for today, Arush. Hey Arush, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good, Suchit. How are you?
Good. I'm good. I'm excited. I'm very excited for this video, to be very fair. Say us a few words about yourself so that the people on this channel can know about you as well.
So, hello everyone. My name is Arush, and I've been particularly very active on Twitter and analyzing profiles for the last at least 2 years, I shall say. And it's actually fun how I've found Suchit from Twitter now, and I'm collaborating with him on YouTube now.
Yeah.
So it's actually
If I'm not wrong, I think the first time we ever interacted was when Arsenal won the quarterfinals, right? No, not the quarter. The round of 16 against Porto, where we beat Porto in that in a penalty. And I think since then I've met so many people. I met Arush. I've met if you've seen the other video where I've done for the NLT, I met 2 other people through that as well. So yeah, Arsenal have been a great team this season. Arsenal have been very grateful for me as well. Arush, today I want to talk about a very important player that is a good prospect, not just for Arsenal but for the entire European football. His name is Benjamin Šeško. I'll start with you. Tell us something about him.
Yeah, so no doubt Benjamin Šeško has been one of Europe's top centre-forward prospects this season. So what actually keeps him apart from the other centre-forwards is his 6'4" frame height and his natural channel running that he does with his ambipedal ability, with his ball striking, which is known as his unicorn profile now.
Right.
So yeah, he's actually got into the scenes with RB Leipzig this season, and with only 17 starts this season, he scored like 14 goals, and that also makes him hold the record for being the youngest player to score in 7 consecutive games in the Bundesliga this season. So he's in some form, and I hope he continues the same form in the Euros so he can transcend back to Arsenal like that.
Hopefully, I mean, let's just hope the price tag doesn't change, because I think now he's quoted for 50 to 60 million range, right, in terms of release clause.
Yeah, but remain the same, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but these are the small things about him. What are his main qualities that could affect Arsenal in a positive way and that could potentially let Arsenal cross the line?
Yeah, so firstly, it has to be his ball striking, because he's absolutely trademarked that quality of his. So he shoots on both his legs, so absolutely rips apart it. And he's always been doing this with complete power and precision. And what you like about his shooting is that he's always calm and composed while taking his chances. He doesn't rush his shots.
Right.
And he's wide range of finishes as well, like in his book, like maybe flicks, volleys, one-touch goals, headers, or maybe even dribbling the keeper. So he's got like proper poacher's instinct that is in finding the net.
Okay.
And I'll tell you that he's very identical to Robin van Persie and even Ibrahimovic in a way.
Right.
Yeah. And he's got a mobile body.
Right.
So it's better for him. He acts like a fox in the box, He gets into like very good poaching positions. And another aspect that he's good in is that his feet. He's got very quick feet. His upper body is it's a strong body. So it complements his dribbling skills, which is he's very good with his feet. And that helps him get through tight spaces. And at Arsenal, I think his off the ball relationships that he'll build, and also his ability to drop deep, win the ball from the register, play the ball to the winger side. So that would actually give a very unexpected route and build up for Arsenal.
Right.
So yeah.
Right. I mean, the key point that you said, like, you know, how he strikes as that Robin Van Persie profile that we've been missing, or the Zlatan profile, right? But people have said the same thing about Havertz. But I mean, the usual suspect. I mean, the usual thing for Arsenal fans is that, you know, take a player if he's left-footed, compare him to any Arsenal legend, so-called Arsenal legend that have played for Arsenal, or like any other great player out in the world. But how would Sesko fit into the entire Arsenal team? Because I've seen his play, but I'll just let you explain, because I think you're better at explaining how he would fit into the Arsenal profile.
So, of course, he's like a centre forward, obviously. So he's going to take up the centre forward role. And Arsenal are expected to play the 3-4-3 diamond formation next season, with Havertz functioning as a SS, or him playing, or Sesko playing as a rotational centre forward. Right. So if they both play together, they could actually work on their out of position movements, and they could create different attacking movements. And also, like I already mentioned, his dropping deep ability, it would help opening up the defense, and that would maximize his capabilities. And also another thing is Arsenal like to press. So Benjamin Šeško is known for being a press magnet. So he can actually paint down defenses and break up their build-up patterns. Although he has to get better in his duel winning as a center. And also at Arsenal, at Leipzig, when he used to play, he used to always play under a 2 centre forward formation. But at Arsenal, it's different for him, as he'll have wingers on the left and right who would complement him with extra loads of creativity. And obviously we have Odegaard behind who would just break the defense and play a defense splitting line pass. Right. So that's and he's obviously a certain upgrade on Eddie Nketiah, and he would also take Jesus' spot from the centre forward, who is expected to play a winger's role. Also, there's another thing that TN80 mentioned in his Patreon, that in order for Arsenal to pursue Sesko, he'd have to agree to 2 perspectives. One is him playing a rotational centre forward's job, and the second is he should accept the role of a left winger at times. So this was a surprise to many of us. But I won't actually write this off, but he's actually capable of doing so, because I've actually seen him do this. So when he wins the ball, he usually drifts to the left-hand side of the pitch. So if he manages to mix his dribbling ability with his on-the-ball prowess, so that could actually be a real option, although I don't see it being one. It could be an option.
Makes sense. I mean, 2 things. Whatever you said. One is that the striker's position. We have Eddie, who's good at pressing. At least he was good at pressing, and then he was sort of that fox in the box, you know, which we kind of missed in Oba's profile when Oba was let go. And then you have Jesus, who can press. Probably is the best presser in the entire world, but he may not have the output as well. So are you saying that Sesko is a combination of both these guys, but has and who can press as well as has an output?
Yeah, because he's got the long legs. He's speedy, so he could actually become the press magnet.
Right.
So yeah, I do think he's a mixture of both of them. Let's see how he adapts to the Premier League.
Makes sense. But he is a striker that Arsenal are linked with. I think it's quite common. What I'm going to ask you next is for the fact that, you know, before a certain man from Norway came to the Premier League, everyone was saying how good is he when compared to Aguero, or how good is he when compared to Kane. Now people are saying how good is he when compared to Haaland. Because when Haaland came into the picture, I do not think anyone in the Premier League expected him to tear apart those records as a striker, right? Then Nunez came in. Nunez was compared to Haaland. Next you have Nicholas Jackson. He was compared to Haaland. Then you have I think Haaland. Even sorry?
Haaland, United.
Yeah, Haaland is another thing. A certain Arsenal target during that December period where we were scrapping for goals. Gyökeres, even he was compared to Haaland. So my question to you, I think, is kind of obvious. What I'm going to ask: as Haaland as the benchmark, how does he compare?
So I'd say comparing both of them would make no justice to each other, but their career path and trajectory both have been quite similar if you go to see.
Right.
Both came through the of RB Salzburg in Austria, and then they both made a move to the Bundesliga. But the thing was, it was different for both of them. Haaland was the lone striker for Dortmund, but Sesko has had to make his name through a talented attacking display at Leipzig with Yusuf Poulsen, Openda, Xavi Simons, and them. Taken time to transcend, but he's actually shown that he is capable of it. So what's common between both of them, I'll say, is their ball striking ability, and also their height plays a big advantage.
Okay.
So, and also their physicality, and they're very athletic. They're very athletic. So, if Sesko tries to come into the Premier League, he'll have to be much more to win the duels, and upper body strength would be tested because of his hold-up play that Arsenal play.
Right.
So the difference between the two has to be the next step that both of them take. So for Haaland, it was how transcended, came back to the came to the league under Pep Guardiola, who's regarded as one of the best coaches. So this would be a big decision for Sesko to make, and the right coach and the right environment with the right set of players around you would help you yourself get better. So Haaland has already made his name, but Sesko is still writing it. So it's there.
I mean, there are many expected Haaland to come to Arsenal. I mean, that's pure delusion, but I guess people have taken the delusion way too forward, thinking that okay, Sesko is going to win the Ballon d'Or with Arsenal. But before we end this, I just have one small question to you. Remember when Leipzig put out a video where Sesko was, jumping and heading? I think he was practicing his explosive. Yes. In your opinion, be very honest. Do you think that video was fake, or do you think that video was real?
To be honest, it looked fake because he just jumped like a spring on top.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think it is true. But his aerial ability, I'll question his aerial ability because he's very inconsistent with heading the ball.
Right. Although
he scored 4 goals in the Bundesliga with his head, I'd still question his ability because he's not consistent in doing so.
Right.
So if he manages to sort that out, he'd become a aerial. But I do think that video is
fake, right? Because you think it's true.
I mean, I think it's true.
It is. I mean, see, my issue with that video was that he jumped, and it felt like he jumped even more, like midair. Midair, he looked like he jumped even more. Like, are you saying that it could be trained with explosiveness? I do not know, but well, that's about it, guys. Thank you, Arish, for being part of this video. If you guys want to see more such videos, we have a video lined up regarding Onana. We have a video lined up for other players as well. So do keep watching. Do stay tuned as well. Any final words, Arush, before we end up this? We wrap up this video.
No, I'll just say it is a great opportunity to be with you on this platform, and thank you.
Thank you, Arish. Until we see you guys soon. Till then, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. Peace. Bye bye.